What is good work? Like, seriously, is it something like a moral compass, a productivity tick mark, or is it a sticker you get from God for not being a total jerk? From our very childhood, we are told to pursue good work like it's a treasure buried beneath the sands of effort. But have you ever considered your good work might be someone else's death sentence? What if the idea of good work was a mirage all along? An idea we invented to make our existential flailing look noble. So join me as we venture through the idea on why good work is just a story we tell ourselves to sleep better at night. Because good is local, and that's the sad truth. Think about it. To you, is good work good because it helps others? Or is it good because it helps you to be a better human? But the word help is a slippery one, you see. We all know a proverb that goes, give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. Teach a man how to fish, and you feed him for his lifetime. So let's say you gave that man a fish, and as the proverb goes, he ate the fish for the day and survived. But the very next day, the man is starving again, so you decided to teach him how to fish. But now tell me, what's stopping the man from overfishing the lake and destroying the whole ecosystem? And with all that fish, what if he opens a restaurant with questionable hygiene that makes people sick? Was that good? You personally did good, okay, but was it good for the now destroyed environment or sick people? Can we call that progress, or was it just a well-intentioned ecological disaster? If you write a beautiful poem that inspires a revolution, but that revolution in the future installs a dictator who bans poetry altogether, was that a net positive? You inspired a revolution, that's good, but you also indirectly installed a dictator, not so good. And now, as a whole, it's just a theatrical irony. Then let's say a farmer clears a patch of a forest to grow food for his family, good, but in doing so, he destroys the nesting ground of a rare bird. So what happened? He destroyed a species that has been living on this planet for centuries. Bad, right? Another example could be how a tech company can create an app to help you focus, but it also quietly harvests your data and sells it to an ad firm that now knows you cry to lo-fi music at 2 a.m. Slightly less good, right? And that brings us to the sponsor. I'm just kidding. What I'm trying to say is, are my examples considered good, even though there's bad hidden behind them? We like to think good work is something that's universally beneficial. But the thing is, the universe doesn't do universal benefits. What it does is chaotic trade-offs. You win some and someone else loses some. And every action is a stone tossed into an endless pond of eternity. And how many skips will that stone make before drowning? We simply do not know. The ripples it will leave behind might nourish a village or drown a person like you who does good work all the time. There's just simply no way of knowing it. The problem isn't that people are evil, which they definitely are, it's just that the world is stitched together from competing goods. What's good for your lungs isn't good for the charcoal business, and what's good for your career might be catastrophic for your sleep schedule. I sure know that one. Morality, as it turns out, doesn't scale well. It's like trying to eat soup with a fork. Technically possible, but mostly messy and disappointing. So, when we say good work, what we often mean is it is good for me, or it's good for my people, or it is good for the version of the world I personally prefer. And that's not inherently wrong, it's just doing the right thing means between two sides, which one you're okay disappointing. One of the good deed is kindness, right? But kindness is a bit weird too. It's like writing a love letter for your future partner and hoping it doesn't get intercepted by a narcissist. You show kindness and forgive someone. In that moment, it's noble of you and healing for them. But in 10 years' time, they might be using that forgiveness as a moral coupon to justify their unethical life choices. You help a friend in crisis, beautiful, but now they've built a permanent tent in your backyard and questioning why your dogs bark at night so damn much. You give someone a second chance and they use it to become a better person, or a slightly more charismatic. Sorry about that. What I'm saying is kindness isn't bad, but just like good work, it's unpredictable. And finally, there's the ego problem. We're told kindness should be selfless, right? But let's be honest, sometimes we're kind because it makes us feel enlightened and slightly better than the person who didn't hold the door open. And just like that, kindness becomes a currency, a way to buy moral brilliance without needing to read the fine receipt. Is it still kindness if you expect an applause, or does it become an ethical cosplay? So, do we stop being kind? Become emotionally efficient robots who only help when the ROI is guaranteed? Or should we start labeling our kindness with disclaimers like might cause unintended consequences or not valid for all timelines? So, is being kind the problem? Will doing not just right but anything always cause turmoil? Maybe, and maybe not. Maybe it's easier just to accept that kindness or good work isn't a cure. It's a risk. Just like everything, it's a beautiful, reckless, unpredictable, and occasionally catastrophic risk. The truth is, just like how the future door was locked, we never get to see what the full blueprint holds. We don't know which hallway leads to healing and which staircase collapses under its own weight. And yes, sometimes our kindness backfires on us. Sometimes our good work becomes someone else's burden, but that doesn't mean we stop. What it means is we walk a little bit more carefully. It means we build relations with people with humility. It means we keep showing up even when the architecture is uncertain or there's a raging storm going on. Because even if the universe doesn't hand out moral receipts for anything that we do, even if every action is a gamble in a foggy highway of consequences, and even if we don't get the good guy tick mark from God, we still have to try. We must keep going not just to survive, but to be able to see smiles in the faces that we care about and the faces that will be the biggest parts of our lives. We still have to build staircases even if we don't get to see where they lead to. Because the act of moving, trying, and doing, or deciding to start something is the hardest part, and most aren't even brave enough to start. So, next time when you're questioning yourself, look at your hands. The dust on your hands are the proof that you fought. The tears on your eyes is a sign that you felt. The deep breaths during late nights are the reminder that you tried. And maybe that's enough.